State lawmakers just voted to advance legislation on two hot-button issues: homeschooling oversight and vaccine standards. They're some of the most controversial bills of the legislative session. You may recall last week, hundreds of parents and children converged on the state capitol to voice their opinions during public hearings.
Holding signs, and they were addressing lawmakers directly. These bills, though, still face a long road ahead. NBC Connecticut political reporter Mike Savino joining us live from the Legislative Office building with the latest. Mike?
Yeah, Mike and Keisha, Democrats had the votes today to clear a key step, getting these bills through the Education and Public Health committees, despite objections from Republicans, as well as dozens of those families who came back again today to continue to voice their concerns.
What we are trying to do is have some system for the people who are withdrawing their children to hide neglect or abuse.
The Education Committee today voting on a bill to set guidelines for homeschooling families. Starting in 2028, families who pull their kids from school would need to show they are providing an education at home, either through standardized testing or by submitting a portfolio of work.
This is completely turning upside down the whole order of authority when it comes to parents and the state over our children.
I think what we have here today is, in my humble opinion, a real overreach of power, an abuse of power by the majority Democrats here in Hartford.
Homeschooling families and Republicans continue to object, but Representative Jennifer Leeper says it's a response to two high-profile cases last year where DCF was involved with families who pulled their kids from public schools. One of those children died, another claimed decades of abuse, and Leeper says the requirements are low, meant to catch abusive families.
It's really to capture folks who submit nothing, and that is the very low benchmark.
Right next door, the Public Health Committee was debating two bills on vaccines. Democrats say this gives the Public Health Commissioner more ability to secure vaccines. Republicans warn this bill would further strip away people's rights to claim religious exemptions from vaccine requirements.
If you do not have the CDC on board and the ACIP on board, the state of Connecticut cannot buy those vaccines. So this law allows us to be able to get the vaccines.
That is just a complete fabrication of what this bill is about. This bill is about stopping a lawsuit that the state of Connecticut is afraid they're going to lose.
As is the case with all legislation, these bills will still need full support from the full legislature, as well as a signature from Governor Ned Lamont. One of those vaccine bills is his proposal, and he has voiced at least initial support for these homeschooling regulations. Live from the Legislative Office building, Mike Savino, NBC Connecticut News.